Hi, I'm Sarah, and I thought I would just do, it's actually a repeat performance of a video that I did last year that was a lot of fun, and it was a bit of a challenge for my kids. I think it is a great learning sort of a challenge. A budget of $10 each, and what they've got to do is choose a dinner, budget for that dinner, so work out how much it's going to cost, with a bit of help from me of course, and then make the dinner. So they've got to make a dinner for 5 of us for $10, so it's about $2 per serving, so it's quite doable. This is a great exercise to do every now and then for a few different reasons. There are so many people that they leave home, go out into the world with basic little to no, not just cooking skills, but budgeting skills, and actually knowing, I've known so many people who think that it's cheaper to get a takeaway, get a cheap takeaway pizza, because going and doing a grocery shop is so expensive. But it's breaking it down, and that's what I've showed them. It shows them as well how much cheaper making your own things are. My daughter Samantha, she wanted to make burgers, so we figured out how much it would be to make the burger buns and make the burger patties. Not just go out there, buy a packet of burger buns and a packet of burger patties, because that probably would have blown the budget. As it happened, her one did blow the budget slightly. I think it came to $11.30, but the other two came to so much less than $10 that she borrowed a bit, and they still had enough for ice cream and a bag of lollies. So, you know, something that will differ in this video to my last one. Unfortunately, I couldn't do the film of them running rampant around the supermarket because I was playing at silly buggers, jumping on rocks, and I've sprained my ankle, so I couldn't do my walk around the supermarket, so we actually ended up getting a click and collect. I'll show you the kids making their dinners, probably at high speed, but it's a fun exercise, and the deal was whoever made the dinner, the other two had to do the dishes. So tonight, Aston wanted to be first. Master 6-year-old is going to make macaroni cheese. I will try and be as hands-off as possible, but I guarantee nothing, but this is going to be all Aston, as much as we can manage. We'll need a big pot to boil the macaroni in. A bit of salt in there.
Salt?
Yeah. And you want to put the lid on that so that it comes to a boil quicker. Can you find the lid that fits it? So in this pot you're going to start pre-cooking your pasta once it boils. In this one you're going to be making the sauce. You want about 3.5 tablespoons of butter.
So, like that much?
That's plenty. That's fine.
Should I stir it?
So you need about 3.5 of those.
So 3?
Yeah, about 3.5
So
spoonfuls.
half.
Yeah. So 3 and then a half. Or a half and then.
Is it a half?
Although a block of cheese is really, really expensive at the moment. It's about $10.50 for the cheapest block of cheese right now. That would have blown his budget. I think we needed 300 grams of that for his recipe, and that was by far the most expensive item in his recipe. I pretty much did the calculations for Aston, but I showed him what I was doing and how I was doing it, and how, you know, this is how much cheese you will need for this recipe, so this is how we work it out. Yep. Right.
What hole is this?
Yep. Putting all that in.
It's going all yellow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, careful.
That
Right.
will all grow big.
Yes, it will. Is it? It'll absorb some of that water.
But should I put the lid on?
Some milk here. We're going to add 2.5 cups of milk
So all of it?
into here. Well, I don't know how much is in there, but we need to add it a little bit at a time, otherwise it'll just go all lumpy.
Mum, can you hold it and I squeeze a piece of meat to it?
Yes, chef. Give it a stir in. Just use that spoon to stir it in. And did you want to put a bit of pepper in there as well? A bit of flavour?
Did I do too much?
That's fine. We want to add 300 grams of grated cheese. Yep, you might want to do that with your hands because I could see it. Because otherwise, if it goes onto that stove top, it'll end up melting. Grate that, turn that into breadcrumbs. Second rule. Do you reckon you can pour the sauce, or do you want me to pour the sauce in?
I want to.
You want to? You can hold it, it's a heavy pan.
I should get to it. I just have a feeling. Look.
That might be nice. I'll do it, and you can, and then you use that to give it a good mix around with. Oh, you probably want to give it a good mix, like not just smooth it around. Make sure that sauce gets all over. That's the one. So just try and sprinkle it over nice and even.
This uses a lot of cheese.
It does. That's why we don't do it very often.
Why?
Because cheese is expensive. Now, we have to put that in the oven for 20 minutes. You reckon you can lift that over? It's got little handles. Or do you want me to lift it? You hold that little bell button down. So that says 0. You need to push the up arrow until that says 20. What veggies are you having?
Green beans and peas.
Green beans and peas. Did a good job there. The stop button on the oven.
Salt.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Plate.
But I'm done the dishes.
Oh, it's probably best that I dish it up.
Why?
Because of reasons. Look at that. That's pretty good. I do prefer my macaroni with like a bit of bacon or a bit of tomato or a bit of something, but as just straight basic macaroni cheese, that is awesome. I like to think there aren't many 6-year-olds who are capable of doing that. I think nice. That's a good effort. Okay, Sam's turn. She wants to make burgers. Of course, again, me being me, we're not just going to go out and buy burger buns and buy burger patties. We're going to make it all ourselves, aren't we? Sam is rather an enthusiastic little chef. So, going to start making the burger buns.
I'm helping.
You're helping, are you? Well, that's up to Sam.
Okay, you can help.
Oh, Sam's letting Aston help. Yes, they're both open. That's the way it goes in this house. So we're going to need 60 grams of butter. How are we going to figure out how much is 60 grams?
Oh yeah.
And just give that a wee whisk up with a fork. Sam's Burgers, we were trying to get the price of that down. Now, her alternative to a meat patty would have been to make a falafel patty, but she wanted to make a meat patty, so we looked at mince. The price of pork mince was actually cheaper than beef mince at the time, which is unusual because normally it's more expensive, but that week it was actually quite a bit cheaper. So, and also we reduced the amount of meat in the patty and replaced some of that meat with rolled oats, which actually works really well. So yeah, it's just about showing them how you can reduce the price, you can supplement things, replace things and make it work. Making that face. Get all the air out of it. Something satisfying about that. We're going to leave these for another hour until they rise again and just start touching each other. So we'll see you then. Okay, bye. Normally with my burger patties I'd put like tomato sauce and stuff in there to flavour it, but we'll do things a bit differently because it's pork. We've got some fish sauce and some soy sauce. And you want to put a tablespoon of each of those. Right. The burger buns have risen. Now, during what we do, extremely careful. That didn't go as disastrously as I thought it was going to.
Awesome, I love this burger. It's good, the bread is good, the patty is good.
A thing of beauty.
My God, look how huge that burger is to the boy.
That's a monster. Oh, yum. That pork patty is so good. That is yummy. Olivia's turn. She is wanting to make, what are you making?
Tomato soup with bread.
Tomato soup with donkey toast or bread.
It's cheap, easy, and we had money left over for ice cream.
If she just bought cans of tomato soup, it actually would have come to over. If she'd bought cans of tomato soup and a loaf of bread, because she wanted a loaf of bread for dunking, that would have blown the $10 budget. But then we had to look at the price of tomatoes. Right now, the tomatoes are really expensive. They're one of these things where when they're in season, they're super duper cheap, $1.70 something a kilo. When they're not in season, they can get up to $12, $15 a kilo. At the moment, they're about $10 a kilo. So it was actually cheaper, I got her to work it out, it was cheaper to buy canned tomatoes and make the soup from canned tomatoes than fresh ones. So it does teach them about, you know, using alternatives, how you can make it go within that budget.
Mmm.
Yummy!
My favourite sort. Cat's cosplay is man.
Sure. Swiggle it around a
Aston's
bit.
making
Look
the
at
cat's
that.
dinner.
See, that looks beautiful. And it's very lightly. Swiggle, swiggle.
Well, it looks fancy.
It does look fancy.
It tastes fancy. That's not bad.
Yum.
Is that good, is it? And Aston's normally not big on tomato soup.
Oh, you make the bread as well.
She did make the bread.
It's very
Oh,
nice,
yeah.
this soup. Man, you can do that. I can't wait till we grow our own tomatoes and then you can do this as well. Clearly, we don't have any posh guests to serve this to them.
That is
Very master
very
chef,
posh.
my love.
That is very nice.
We
I
probably
like
should
that
have-
swirl of yoghurt in there
Probably
too.
should have made a bit more.
Awesome job.
Or else you
Boom.
won't go
She's doing
through.
that again. So there we go. I hope that was as amusing for you as it was for me doing it. I think it is a great thing to do every now and then with the kids. Hit the like button. It's great for YouTube algorithms if you hit that like button. Leave me a comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you next week. Bye.